At about 10 a.m., while sitting in my deer stand on an absolutely gorgeous morning, I heard a loud branch break behind me. It sounded like the noise came from where the trail that I walk in on to get to my deer stand starts, which is roughly 25 yards behind my deer stand, just off an old logging road. My stand is surrounded by trees and branches immediately behind me by design, so I had no way of turning around to try and see what caused this loud branch-breaking noise. As I sat in my stand listening, I thought I could hear something taking very slow steps, and the steps were very soft, like whatever it is was trying to mask the steps. I assumed I had a deer walking up the trail toward me and readied myself for when it would appear into view from my stand, which is roughly the 3 o'clock position to my right. I quietly turned my body ever so slightly to the right toward the path. I believed this deer was and switched my rifle to a left-handed shooting position. I didn't hear any more footsteps once I got resituated. As I waited for the deer to appear, I was going through all the normal deer hunting thoughts and feelings. Holy smokes. I hope it's a nice buck. I hope I get a clean shot. It sure is taking its sweet time. We're going to be eating backstraps tonight, etc., etc. And as I had this thought, I wonder where it's coming from at this time of day. I saw it off to my right at my 3 o'clock, right on the path. I figured the deer would be walking on. There it was. It was not a deer, about 35 feet away from me and slowly walking right down the middle of the trail, leading away from my stand was a Sasquatch, and it was massive. In hindsight, I'm pretty sure it knew I was there, but it wasn't showing any concern and was just walking along. All I did was watch. After about 5 seconds, a car could be heard off in the distance, coming toward the nearby highway, and the Sasquatch kind of lifted its head. We must have heard it at the same time, and then somewhat hurried up its gait and walked away over a slight ridge and down into another bog. I never saw its face or the front of the Sasquatch due to the direction it walked away from me. I did get a real good look at the rear end and its legs and its back. It was hairy, covered in brownish light black hair, very muscular. I could not believe how large. The muscles were on the thighs and calves. It was about 20 seconds that I got to watch this amazing beast until it fully disappeared down into the bog. In those 20 seconds, it covered about 50 yards. Even though it had sped up a bit, it was still not in a hurry. Once it disappeared, I realized at some point while watching this massive creature walk by, I had switched my rifle back to my natural way of holding it. Right-handed, put the safety back on, and had the barrel pointing away from where the Sasquatch had walked. Don't ask me when I have no idea. The Sasquatch never meandered from the trail, and it never looked around. It just focused on the direction it was heading.